And welcome back. First of all,
Hey,
Happy New Year, everybody.
yes.
First episode of 2021 of The Lookout.
Is it really?
Yeah, this is it. We haven't
Oh wow.
we haven't done anything for the entire of 2021, all 3 weeks of it or 4 weeks of it at this point.
Wow. That's okay.
Yeah, but nonetheless, we're here. Also, happy Aquarius season for
Wow. We have entered. Yeah. Real emotional hours coming right
Boom.
up.
We're at the peak of our powers, of course. I am Meelz, and I'm here with the Platinum Chanel boy himself, Jeff.
Hey, man.
Episode 81 of The Lookout.
Dude, can I say something real quick?
Talk about it.
I am out of Platinum Chanel. I have none left.
Oh my God! What the? Wait, you're. What, did you even notice that you were on reserve?
Me. Yeah, I did, but you know, I have a good bit of cologne, but like you just reminded me, I was like, I don't know, man. I may wait it out a little bit. You know, I'm not saying the nickname has to go anywhere.
I don't even know if I'd. Jeez, I feel away calling you.
I don't want to see
you don't have Platinum Chanel. You feel like a fraud or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like a fraud. That's why I was like, it kind of hit me close when you said that. I was like, oh no, I gotta tell him.
Nonetheless, we gotta work on that for you. But we're here, episode 81 of The Lookout, which means we're on the road to 100, man.
Isn't that insane? We will definitely be there this year.
We are approaching very well. Listen, with all the plans that we've got that we're gonna, lay out at some point on this podcast, we're definitely going to reach 100 this year. So yeah, we're there. We got 100 this year. I think we're doing 3 years this year. I think we're 3 years. I have no concept of time since the last year, to be honest with you.
I feel like it's 4.
It's got
me and Mark on our 4-year anniversary.
No way. No.
Are we?
No.
3? Is it?
It's definitely not, because
is it 3?
This started after the A show.
Okay.
A show did 3 years last year. So that's my barometer. So this would be we're approaching 3.
We'll have to really look at the dates, because I definitely don't remember.
I feel you know what? Oh, you know why I know it's 3? 2018, the end of Dragon Ball Super.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
So
that's how we figure everything out.
That's the reference point for everything.
It's Super finish.
I got words, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. What I want to say is happy. It's a little bit belated, but I want to thank everybody who entered our holiday contest last month. And congratulations to everybody who won. Everyone has got their prizes. Listen, we shipped a set of manga to Kenya, so I'm very.
That's incredible.
That is incredibly expensive, but still incredible nonetheless. Shout out to the Lookout worldwide. We're international. We're everything of the sort. So we just want to thank you guys for listening in, and I have to also congratulate you, Jeff, on a very successful season of Showdown.
Oh yeah, man, it was really, really fun, and I can't wait to do it again. Honestly, it's been great. We've already kind of spoke about some things that we're looking for, and I see the Lookout page. I need to figure out sometimes. I'm gonna start making y'all sign to a dash and say exactly who's leaving the tweet, because somebody's attacking me, trying to get me to talk about Pokemon.
Listen,
I need somebody to drop a signature after their tweets. I need to know who's forcing.
We gotta.
I got a text from Eric. That's not a bad idea. I'm like, all right, come on, man. We'll talk.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. Well, listen,
dude. He brought legends,
bro.
Man.
It's a monumental moment.
It is.
People remember that moment for how hacky it was.
Absolutely. I can't deny it.
Well, with that said, I want to ask you a question. Listen, start of the year, anything new you've been reading, or anything you've been revisiting or watching, or anything of the sort? Like, what have you been into as of late?
Oh man. Okay, so this year for me was like, hey, I'm going to be reading a lot. I think I may have told you before the year was over. I told Jamal as well. I was like, I really want to dive into manga. I absolutely love Spy Family. I cannot wait to see it animated. I think it's like one of the cutest. I've had like teary-eyed moments reading this shit at work at my desk. Caught up on Jujutsu Kaisen, which has been absolutely It's sick. I know, Meelz, you got to get back on it, but I know you're just waiting for this season to kind of hit a point.
Yeah, I'm waiting for things to make sense
A lot
before I
of
jump
Hunter
back into
Hunter.
it. Yeah.
I get it. It gets. I mean, the manga's not gonna do you any favors, bro. It's very confusing where they are currently, but Hunter x Hunter is still ringing off. I've turned Hunter x Hunter into my office. You know how I watch The Office like in idle time. That's kind of what happens right now. And we're in this great moment where there's a new anime coming out every week, a new episode. Now the waiting sucks, but they're all kind of spawning at different days too, so it's nice. Attack on Titan has been amazing so far, which we'll obviously talk about. Dr. Stone is awesome. I'm really glad. I'm a huge Dr. Stone fan. I'm dying on the hill for it, so I'm all in on that. But yeah, man, that's the stuff that I've basically been getting into. The Promised Neverland has been awesome. Yeah, there's still some things that I'm waiting on. I think we have a My Hero date. I gotta ask you. I'd rather ask you. I saw it. I saw it on Twitter, but I had to talk to Meelz first to confirm.
I'm still stuck on the fact that you're reading all this manga and I didn't hear the words, and I'm caught up I'm caught up to My Hero, by the way. So
I'm not there. I'm just
okay.
Not there.
All right. I don't know what
but it is. It's literally
whatever at this point.
It's on the list, bro.
Why is it so late on the list? Why is it so late?
I don't know, man.
It comes out way more frequently than anything else you've named.
I know. I'm aware. Like, well, you guys will be talking about it in the Discord, and I'll kind of slide out the door because I'm just like, I'm not quite there yet. So I don't know.
Spoilers don't matter, because when the experience
they don't matter.
When the experience of you reading is a completely different experience than actually like, oh, spoilers.
Well, it's more me wanting to talk about it with y'all. So I glide out, but I'm just not. I'm not there yet. You know.
I'm so confused, but go off. Nonetheless, I have been. So I think.
Yeah. What are you doing, man? What are you
watching?
Last
month, ever since we ended actually that award show, I finished Haikyuu, the manga. Great ending, very nice ending. It's a little bit of a ways to get there. I think I get a lot of volleyball exhaustion from reading it in manga.
You know all the rules and sets.
I know everything. Sure. I know, but the ending, the time skip, and everything, it was just done so well. So, would I give props to that?
We love a good time skip.
I mean, you got to. We're about to talk about a great time skip right in a couple moments.
Yes,
but I've been doing that. Of course, same things you've been watching. I've been watching The Promised Neverland, Dr. Stone, Jujutsu. I was surprised you started as well. I started as well. I'm in the very, 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 very.
I didn't say it. I know what you're about to say, but I didn't say it because I didn't want to get you excited yet. Because
I'm in the very early stages of watching One Piece.
There you go.
I'll say very, considering there are hundreds of episodes, and I am still in single-digit episodes.
Will we finish? Well, I feel like I'll probably catch up to One Piece maybe by the time my firstborn is here,
maybe.
Or something of that nature.
Maybe before the world ends at some point. Maybe before this Biden administration's out of here.
There's no way I can read it though. I'm not even gonna try.
Apparently, reading is. I mean, it kind of just depends on your personal taste, but yeah, it's not bad so far. But I didn't think it was going to be bad. But it's kind of like easy watch. I could have it on in the background, is how I feel about this thing, and not really miss much, to be honest with you. But that's all I'll say about One Piece right now.
The earlier animation is I can't take it sometimes, but I've also seen clips of like newer episodes
where they going ham sandwich, right?
Yeah, where it looks absolutely crazy. So that's what I'm trying to get.
Yeah, so listen, we're in the very early stages. I don't know where this leads to. I'm sure we'll talk about One Piece at some point this year because it's on our list.
I'm sure.
Of things to watch, as us turning 31 years old, both of us, and still have not viewed One Piece or Naruto. Well, you have Naruto.
Yeah, not in full. It's been a long time.
Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. But been reading that. I reread the Moro arc in Dragon Ball Super. I can't wait for it to be animated because reading it as a whole, as a whole, just body of work, it's a lot better than the week to week thing. I just kind of enjoyed it as I
You're on
was
the
going
positive
through it.
side now.
Yeah, I mean, I was always on. I
Yeah, I
was
mean,
never on
that
the
seems to
negative
be the
side.
case, right?
I was never on the negative side.
I know, but we question things about it though.
Well, I questioned that one moment,
You
which I still
know, I
don't agree
mean,
with, but I didn't. I'm not dismissing it as a whole because of that one moment,
and
unfortunately.
we, right, but we also have to consider the fact that that's probably going to be portrayed much harder in the anime, and it looked real nice.
Absolutely, I think so. I mean, whenever that anime decides to come back, God willing, hopefully it's this year.
Yeah. I don't even. Yeah, I'm not even thinking about it anymore.
Yeah, fuck it. All right.
It is what it is.
So you know what we did? We're at the 10-minute mark of this thing so far. Let's talk about a little bit of plans of what we got thus far for the early part of this year for the Lookout. Let's talk about what we got in store. So this episode, as you know, is the Attack on Titan episode. We're gonna pretty much, the season is in full swing. It's in the fullest of swings, by the way. Just to say the least. So we're going to definitely talk about that today and kind of just get our feelings about the season thus far. And I think, honestly, considering how everything goes, you might have to have like Titan time every week at this point because...
Yeah, I think it's good enough and it's suspenseful enough and the action is crazy. We definitely have the, we have the time to go over Attack on Titan every time we hit the mic.
Absolutely. And I'm not sure where they're going to actually cap off. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a part 1 and part 2 of this final season. So I'm not sure where they're going to cap off. So maybe we talk about it a bit as we go through these other animes. But yes, of course, these next couple weeks, we'll be back. We will be going over kind of everything that we kind of just talked about. I mean, The Promised Neverland has returned. We can get our early thoughts in the season thus far. We have Dr. Stone. We can talk about that kind of finally in full and figure out like how we generally feel and how we feel like the season is going. If anyone else is interested, we might, see where Jujutsu Kaisen. They're at a certain point right now. I think it may be the final arc of the season. So we can kind of just re-look at, how you felt about the show, the animation, kind of everything. And then I would like to think we'll have some guests in between then. And in the meantime, we try to book some guests. We try to talk to some cool people and get their thoughts kind of about anime thus far. And I know March, because season 5 of My Hero Academia drops late March.
So you've confirmed.
Oh, I know. It's let me look at the actual date. I'm pretty sure it's like March.
I think it's the 27th.
I think it's the 27th.
Yeah, I believe.
So
I just didn't want to say it without you confirming.
No, of course. Considering it's March 27th, we have My Hero Academia season 4 to wrap up. How many episodes that will take, not fully sure as of yet, but just know in March we'll be wrapping up season 4. Hopefully we'll grab some guests of people who are great My Hero Academia fans to talk about their excitement for season 5, because I am excited for season 5. And yeah, that'll kind of be and then I'm sure once the show premieres, we'll begin talking about everything that's forward, and we'll kind of like we'll dedicate this first quarter to kind of the new anime, the winter thing, because it's just so good, right? Like,
yeah, this is what we spoke about before the new year hit. All these new anime coming out, top of the year, new episodes every week. It gives you a nice full week, even if you got something going on during your day you don't want to deal with. At least you can go home and stream whatever it is. And yeah, we're in that era now, so everything is debuting on Crunchyroll or Hulu or Funimation, whatever it is, wherever you're watching your anime.
Right.
So, yeah, no, this is really it's great. It's great.
So that will pretty much be our Q1, our quarter 1. And then in terms of if you want us to revisit some classics, it might be a little bit in Q2, Q3, something along those lines, and we'll get to those, and we'll try to continue to mold the worlds of like this new anime, old anime, the culture, surrounding anime, and get to talk to some voices and stuff like that, because we kind of want to continue to make the show as good as it can be.
That's all we want.
But with that said, I mean, I was going to talk about the Crunchyroll Anime Awards, but we'll talk about that when the actual awards are given out, and then we'll have our feelings about that. So you just know that people are nominated for Crunchyroll Anime Awards.
Somebody's going to sweep.
I don't think it's this clear cut of a winner. If next year someone will
I don't
sweep,
know, man.
and it will 100%
It's the
be
it's the voting process.
next year. The show,
No, you already know what's happening next year.
it's Attack on Titan time. They on Titan time. It just
Titan and Hero will probably
I
run
can't
it.
even see Hero beating this fine. This is the final season of Attack on Titan. My Heroes.
So they're gonna split up. You think we're gonna get the second half next
No,
year, or they'll double up on this
I
this
think
year
we'll
and finish it
I
all?
think we'll get it this year, barring no, of course, no worldly disease that
Yeah,
ruins.
no shenanigans. Yeah,
So
yeah.
because
That's
they
what
had
I'm saying.
originally reported, oh, the season's going to be 16 episodes, and I was like, since how that's not even possible, considering anyone who's watched or read the manga and knows the pace that the show is going, there's no way they can wrap it up in 16 episodes. They would have to skip a lot, essentially. It's
Yeah,
possible, but they would have to skip a lot.
they'll give it all to them.
But I know, yeah,
Mhm.
Attack on Titan's not a. They don't skim over the facts. Like everything is spelled out A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and everything of the sort. So you know what? Let's get into it. This is our episode about Attack on Titan. We've reached. This is the 7th episode that we had, so it's been about close to 2 months since it dropped. 7 episodes thus
Yeah.
far. Jeff, how do you feel about these 7 episodes thus far?
It started off a little slow, which is honestly anticipated. It's Attack on Titan, but man, when the shit kicks up, it kicks up. There's really no hiding from the drama, no hiding from violence. Violence really catches up. I want to say episode 6 is where it really got nasty. Um,
I mean, they got
but
they got
yeah,
busy in
I
episode
think.
1. We talked about episode 1 where Titans were getting,
I mean, but
you know,
it really
of
turned up
course.
though,
Well, this-
because Eren's throwing elbows at motherfuckers. I mean, just like total like annihilation type shit. Like, but it's really good. Especially considering 2 months, 7 episodes. I don't know that I'm assuming there's gonna be. I hope they give us like close to 30.
Mm.
That would be really really nice for like a final season. I'm sure there's a lot. I have not read Titan, so I don't really know. I'm just watching. This is super super new to me. But from everything that I've seen previously, the previous 3 seasons, this is really it's a lot. I think this is if you're going to talk about doing a time jump and it really being done like perfect, this is it right here. This is it. The introduction of the old characters, the introduction of the new characters, the suspense on when you're going to see somebody you're waiting to see. It really, really. I mean, they just dial it up on. I want to say it's episode 66. I think. It's so
Yeah,
good. It's so good.
absolutely. And I think just in general, I mean, this show, I'm a fan of the story. So all of those beginning episodes that, I mean, I've read them in the manga, so it doesn't matter to me, but all those beginning episodes, I knew that they were in a purpose and I knew what they were kind of building up towards. And they didn't provide the action, because I think Attack on Titan, it's most notable for the action. It's for Titan on Titan
Yeah,
violence. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
For, the moments like Levi versus the Beast Titan, for moments like Annie, the female Titan versus the Attack Titan. Like, for those type of moments, I mean, the
you
of
remember them.
course, and it builds to that sort of suspense, and I think they've been fleshing this out very very well, because those new characters, I mean, we were introduced in the first episode to the 4 candidates, who are now 2 candidates.
Yeah, yeah.
uh,
So, how tight were they?
well, listen,
Hey man, I thought we had something going there, man.
that's
Usually when it's so crazy they introduce you to these characters and you're like, well, I don't know why. Don't act surprised. This show does
it
this a
does it
lot,
all
but
the
like
time, bro.
it does it all the time, and I still soaked it in. I was like, oh, this is gonna be awesome. These characters are just
Look at that,
they're
it's
so
an
great.
it's
I mean,
an Asian Eldian. Whoa, didn't know that could happen.
didn't know that existed, and it just
Then
you know
motherfucker got trampled.
they were sacrificed. Yeah, they were sacrificed. So for the good of the show.
Absolutely, they were. And you know what? I didn't see it coming when I was reading it, but And then even still things, I only read it once, so I didn't have a chance to like. It's not like it's completely embedded in my brain. A second read would
Yeah, yeah.
100%. I would know the whole pace and choreograph of everything, but just introducing those new characters, and I think those first 4 episodes kind of focusing on Reiner, who came back from
He's a
yeah.
bitch. I'm sorry, man.
He
Look,
going
because
through
if we
it.
really, we can. I know, I understand he's going through it. I understand he's going through it, Mills. But like, he also doesn't want to fully take responsibility for what he did in the past. He wants to leave it
No,
there.
he absolutely does, to the point where he's just like,
And
"Yo, kill me, please. I don't want." Well, yeah, you're right.
yeah,
You're right.
bro.
You're
Like,
right. We're
no,
both right.
you need to live through this. Yeah, yeah, we're both are. I mean, he needs to live through it. He needs to see what happened, and that's why I thought that the episode, which was like the Declaration of War
Mm-hmm.
episode, leading into the Warhammer Titan, just fucking brilliant
Yeah,
anime. Like, are you
it
kidding
took
me?
everything.
You know, it's just so.
I think you can consider that episode and maybe the episode before that, or a couple episodes before that, like the Door of Hope. Everything where they did the flashback to Bertold, Annie,
Yes,
Marcel, and Reiner going to Parody Island,
yes,
and kind of now you see the other side of things, which is amazing, right? Because we're seeing the other side of like how that plan came to be for 4 seasons later, by the way. And on the
right.
other side of things, now we're kind of like, it's weird. We're doing the flip side of the attack on the walls, where they were doing the attack on, Marley. And it's kind of like they
Hmm.
flip roles in a sense, because you get the backstory
Yeah,
of Reiner, Annie, Bertold, Marcel, and how they came to be. When you're comparing it to these new 4 candidates who are going to take over, you know, the Titans when when it's all wrapped up for them. Um, but Reiner, as the only one who made it back, I mean, Bertold's gone. Marcel was apparently clapped before they even made it to the damn walls.
yeah, he
Got
is here.
eaten by a regular Titan. I was like, damn, he went out like a
That's
bitch.
what's up. What a way to go out, man.
Bertold is just,
I,
he got flambéed. Um, Reiner, who apparently was the weakest candidate, is the only one who makes it back, and he feels incredible guilt because of that. And
yeah,
he's
yeah.
he's the one with all the intel, but he's still very much so
He's sorry,
scarred.
bro. Yeah, he's sorry as hell. Like, bro, I'm not.
I think he feels guilty in a sense. He feels guilty for
He
doing
do,
what he
he definitely
does,
does.
what he did,
He definitely does.
and
And they probably knew that, saying that he was, the worst candidate for the, for the job. That's probably a part of his personality. They probably put that in
well,
consideration. It's just, man, I'm not a fan of the guy, man. Like the whole scene right before, Eren had transformed and was like, I'm on my shit. He really, that scene is brilliant. It's great. He really spends. He's like, yo, I had to watch my mom's get eaten because of you.
and tell me and
You
ask
remember
me,
that?
why did you do it? He was like, just because I had to save the world. Like,
Yeah, it's
and
like
Aaron's like, well,
that ain't
I
it.
got to save the world too. Hey,
Yep, that ain't it.
um,
How about this?
so we those 4 first couple episodes, you really get a like back taste of like Reiner, everyone it is, how everything's been moving. I mean, we don't get much of parody, which is interesting considering the first 3 seasons take place on parody. Actually, we haven't even
Mhm.
hit the island back yet, which is
No, no.
it's cool, um, for it to be a brand new setting for this final season. Um, but of course, they're like, listen, we got to take. First of all, everyone's about to expire. These old niggas about to be clapped. Like they
Yeah,
about to.
done deal.
Zeke is like 42. No, I'm kidding. Zeke is like
Come on, man.
Zeke.
Be nice.
Zeke is like 42 with abs and everything. So good for him, man. Like, but
He working.
he he's like, Zeke is, it actually made me interested because I know Zeke makes it to the island. So they were first. It was Bertold, Annie, Marcel, um,
Hmm.
and Reiner who was sent to the island, and then somehow Zeke joins them after. And then I do think that the cart titan. I forgot her name. Peek.
Peak. It's like
Yeah,
yeah,
Peek.
it's
She,
Paquette.
she joins the island just very very much so at the later end, like pretty much just to like let's grab him and get out of here. Like I don't know what's taking them so long because they had been on the island for 5 years. Um,
Right.
so it, it's very very interesting kind of because this is the first time I think those titans on Marley are kind of discovering like what they really went up against on parody, which you
Hmm.
look at you look at one of the episodes, especially the episode after the Declaration on War. I think it's the Warhammer Titan episode, and you see once the Jaw Titan gets into it, once I think his name is what is his name, Porco Gaillard. Once he gets into it, he's like, yo, these are what they had to face. And you can see the fear on his face. And that's the moment
Yeah.
that I
Yeah.
think,
That separates them, bro.
but that's what I think what's
It
Reiner's going
separates
through.
them.
That's why he's so scarred by this. Like, first of all, he thought he was a Titan. You think he was almighty and all powerful and stuff like that, smashing through walls and beating up Eren and killing people and all this other stuff like that. And then he
Hmm.
realizes that like he's kind of no match for these humans. But then also he also once he infiltrates it, he finds that there are a lot of good people along the way. And
That's when it really started coming in for him. He's like, damn, the whole reason we're even going through this is because of me. So yeah, he's definitely holding on to the guilt.
he's absolutely holding on to it. And that builds up to and then we see the I guess it's the very soft reveal of Eren throughout the entire thing. Because I think he's in the he debuts in the second episode of the season, but it's very
Mm.
light. It's like, oh, that guy fell over. Let me pick him up. Oh, your thing's on the wrong arm. Oh, shit.
Oh, you're fucked
Yeah.
up. He ain't got no leg.
But think think about how much of a psycho that Eren Yeager is.
Well, yeah, he's probably the one. If I had to just look at all the Titans that we've been introduced to, even now, although he's one of the original that we've seen just
Hmm.
watching, he's the one I would least want to go up against, especially after the time jump, because yeah, he seems like he's completely lost touch of anything positive. Even Aaron as a kid, as a child, he still had moments of laughter
He had moments of
or
hope
feeling,
and
yeah, hope, but
optimism in
now
a
he just seems
sense. Yeah.
gone. You can see it in their eye. Just the new design in general. He has no emotion in his face
Yeah.
anymore, which is just I think it's brilliant, especially if you're gonna try to display how somebody feels after the things that they've dealt with. This is obviously the way to
Like
do it.
I think for everyone else on that island, ignorance is bliss. But he's seen everything. He's seen the past.
He's seen
He's
it
seen the
all.
past of the founding Titan. He's seen the past of everything else. He's seen his entire world be destroyed. He's seen destruction in other times. He has seen kind of everything, and it's kind of just warped him into this very how would I say, just very indifferent towards kind of
Mhm.
every sort of major feeling. And it even gets to the point, that's why I say like he's a freaking psycho, because think of what it takes to spend you first of all, you cut your own leg off just to,
just to get off on your own
yeah,
story.
just to he went alone, by the way. It didn't seem like he went with everyone else kind of in mind.
See, that to me blew my mind. I didn't I didn't even anticipate that. When I first realized that it was Aaron and the conversation, I thought that it was a massive plan. And then you, like you said, you find out that he went on his own. That takes a lot of,
Right.
like, he had to be just
There
gone in order to, because I mean, it's risky as fuck. I mean, he's obviously putting his
don't
life
get
on the
me wrong,
line.
there are a few spies and there are a few people that's fully infiltrated, but in terms of the plan itself, I think the plan um was mostly done kind of by his own accord. And
Right.
you see it, during we'll get to the actual battle parts in a sec, but you see that, but he, we have that interesting meeting where he kind of meets his own grandfather in a sense. That was wild. Um, he meets Falco, who's just the unassuming kid who's trying to save Gabby from becoming a Titan and just trying to work as hard as he did.
Right.
And it's a role reversal for Reiner to Eren, where Reiner was used to encourage Eren to be like, "Yo, you got to do better. You know, you all you have to do is keep pushing and moving forward." And he does the same to Falco.
Yeah.
And the deception is still there, and it's still one and the same.
It's still there, bro. It's so nice. It's so cool. I thought the conversation that Eren had with Mikosa, because Mikosa was like, "Hey, you know what you just did, right? Like, come home. Like, this is not." And that really, her conversation with him really tells me where he is mentally. I'm not even sure if he cares about his own life at this point. I think they're trying their hardest to display, hey, he's completely out of his mind. He's lost it. And this is just where he is. This is everything, that all the pain that he's been caused. This is what's happening.
And he builds this relationship. Actually, they exclude a very major part in the manga from the thing that actually might come back. It'll definitely be revealed. Don't get me wrong. So I'm just not even going to spoil it, but a very major part in the manga that is not included in the anime, and I think it's done for a reason. It's not done out of like time or like to change it up or anything like that. I think it's just done for a later reveal, because they didn't want to give it away too early. So you have that, but just him and his relationship with Falco, and it builds up to this I don't know even once in life, but it builds up to that meeting down in the cellar below the stage where they're having essentially the propaganda fest. They're having the Coachella of propaganda, where Willie Tiber is like, "Yo, about to put on a show," and they're trying to sell the world that we need to attack parity and get back this Fountain Titan. Because if we don't get the Fountain Titan, everybody else is grass. Like the rumbling will show up, and the rumbling will flatten the entire world. There have been races that have been exterminated by the prior rumbling and stuff like that, and all these other things.
He's preaching. He's trying to get everybody on board.
Yeah, the black people. You got to get the black people on board, because if they don't get on board, no one else gonna get on board.
The three of them there.
My favorite was I forgot what's her name. It's the Asian lady. She shows up and she wishes Tiber congratulations. And she's just like, you're doing a great thing. You're so brave, all the other thing. And then immediately after, she's like, let's get off this island.
Yeah, for real.
Let's get the hell. She knows what's about to happen.
She knows this ain't
that. That was very clear. And it made it because of her. I think when they hinted, because of when I think it's Udo, poor little guy, he's dead now. But when he spilled the drink on her kimono, and she actually had sympathy for him, instead of like, "You Eldian scum, I should make you wash it with your face and the blood of your hair," and all this other stuff like that. I think it shows that she actually has some sort of she has sympathy for the Eldian race. And I think especially her being the only one who exited, and the only one she was very much so invited to this international meeting of, let's get the Titans out of here. And she's the one who chose to left. I don't want to say it's very important, but it is very important. But that was
will it matter?
Oh yeah, it will matter. For sure it will matter. That 100% matters. She becomes she is in the show post a certain point. But we get that moment. And then, like you said, beneath the stage, Reiner and Eren are having that talk, and we're kind of, it's the reveal, and it's why, and it's.
I need the transcript for that episode.
Oh my God. It's.
Like, I want the word for word, like, I want the script, because that was just one of my favorite episodes, probably in the show.
Yeah.
It was just so fun and
it's a
dark
full circle
and
episode, which you like as well.
It really is a full circle. It's crazy. It is insane.
and the clashing, not the clashing of two moments, but it's like melding together these two moments, this declaration of war that's coming from Willie Tiber, who's putting on this theatrical production outside. Meanwhile, it's that entire production that is adding to the guilt of Reiner, who is sitting across from the person that he harmed in season 1, episode 1, and whose entire life that he changed. He knows that he's just as much a part of this entire thing, of what's about to happen, than anyone else. And he just wants to die. He was just like, yo, off me now, please.
He's done. He knows what's up.
I would have been.
He couldn't believe it. He was like, "Oh no, nigga, not please, no, please."
And what was Eren like? What was Eren like?
Hey, how are you?
What's up? I'm Eren.
What's up, bruh? It's been a minute, I know. You see my hair?
You
it's
think
me,
he
though.
wasn't gonna see me, huh?
He actually looks gorgeous, by the way. It's a great look for him.
We still haven't.
I've heard in the manga he ties that motherfucker up at some point.
Did you see the trailer?
Is this true?
You see the trailer?
I did see the trailer. I seen it in there,
Of
but
course.
I've seen pages from the manga where he looks.
Oh no,
he looks real elegant.
Well, first of all, he ties it in a bun. No longer wearing.
Oh,
he wears a jacket with no shirt under it. So he's.
Oh no.
That's the type of time he's on. A very radical,
confidence.
Yeah. He's not wearing the gear. First of all, the sexy the gear that we get.
He done with that shit. Huh?
No, he's not wearing that shit at all. That's not touching his.
Hey, the shit is hard though.
First of all,
the new gear is hard.
We're gonna get to it a bit, but that's my.
We definitely will.
It's just, so it's that entire moment, the declaration of war moment, where, the king is saying like, "Yo, we need to get these people on this island. We need to end these niggas' lives immediately."
Eren's like, "You hear that? You hear that? Reiner, you listening to that?
You hear that?
He's talking about me."
They trying to do it again.
Yeah, it's such a who writes? I mean, how do you come up with the concept? Getting to this point in the show, they come to this huge climax that we're talking about. Reiner, Eren talking in this basement. He's literally underneath a freaking building where people live. The stage, everything.
First of all, you got to talk about Eren's hand, because he shakes his hand with the bloody hand, which means like, yo, just know it could happen at any time,
any moment. He's like, yeah, I'm bleeding.
Yeah,
and what?
You know what that means.
It's so fucked up. Like, honestly, bro, if you would have asked me a year ago, Attack on Titan would be one of my favorite animes, I would be like, nah, bro, it's really not for me. Yeah.
Yo, who you telling?
It is full circle now. I'm so into this shit. It's ridiculous. I just think this season has been brilliant so far, man.
Anyway, they getting busy in the. Well, I won't say get busy in the basement, because they're not getting busy in the basement. But
yeah,
Eren's like, yo, I just got to do what you told me to do, right? Like, at the end of the day, we're both trying to save the world for ourselves. I just have to move forward, right? And, as the applause is coming and Willie Tiber is at the crescendo of his speech and he's done over that, Eren just says like, yo, it's Titan time.
That's it.
The reveal.
One of the dopest transformations.
The slow motion of my man Falco.
Very elegant.
Let's go.
He grabs Falco. He's like, no.
An old show. Tactine comes up from the basement floor. 6th floor gone. 7th floor gone. 8th floor gone. Building didn't stand a chance.
No, not at all. And Reiner knew what the fuck was about to happen. I mean, at that point, he probably knew what was going down. As soon as he saw him, he was like, "Oh, this is really come back to me right here." Yeah. All these, he knew how much people were out there.
Yo, I'm about to meet my maker. Like, this is it. This is how it was supposed to go. This was how it was supposed to go. I wasn't supposed to shoot myself in the mouth. I was supposed to get murked by this guy right here. Let's just make it happen. Eat me, whatever. If you want to get some like shoulder pads or like a cup or something along those lines, some knee pads.
Right.
Anyway, the Attack Titan emerges from the building behind the stage, immediately in one swoop, kills Willie. Who knew he was going to die anyway, but he was just like, yo. It just is what it is. But he killed him for sure because he was like, "Yo, I know that man.
Oh, he's dead. Yeah, he's dead.
I, he's the Warhammer Titan.
He ate his ass.
Oh yeah, threw him up like a piece of like jerky and just get out of here." But yeah, he wasn't the Warhammer Titan. So you just ate him for no reason.
Just ate him for nothing. Yeah. So what? Oh well.
Just a cannibal.
You know, when Eren's eating people for no reason, he probably just casualties of war.
Talk about your favorite parts of this. Not this episode that just aired, but the one before it, because Eren goes absolutely.
Yeah, I thought it was a little extra, but I did enjoy the theatrics. Just a wall of like security, like police or whatever, and Eren just throws his forearms. Like, what kind of move is that? Like, did he learn that in the past 4 or 5 years?
He said, "I'm trying to kill as much people who killed my people as possible."
Mm-hmm.
If he came with a crossbody, I would have lost it.
You know what? I know. That would have been amazing, bro. Frog splash. And he actually does like the action of it. That would have been sick.
Oh
but
my God.
There's a lot of casualties when the artist starts to like draw the police officers like the same.
Yeah.
Like because in the still, most of them all look the same. But like
except that one who's sitting down. I mean, he was like, "Yo, I knew this was happening, so it don't even matter to me."
Yeah, I shouldn't even be here.
There was definitely a plan in action, all after the fact. While Eren seemed to like really kind of do this on his own and kind of everything on his own, there was definitely a plan of action by the people of Parody for sure.
They knew he was there at that point.
Absolutely.
I feel like they definitely thought like, okay,
well, those
whatever
letters,
he's there to do,
yeah.
The letters, yeah, whatever chaos he's about to bring, we at least, even if we don't agree with it, we got to have his back.
I don't even think Eren came up with the plan. He was like, "Yo, just have a plan when you show up." I'm gonna send
know what I gotta handle.
I'm gonna send you some pictures of how things look. I'm gonna send you. Here's where they're gonna have it. Make sure you get someone to walk around the area just to scope out the place. Just have a plan.
That'd be cool.
Because when I turn up, ain't no turning down. I'm gonna tell you that right now. So yeah, I mean, in that episode, the episode before we see, I think the episode is called the Warhammer Titan. So Eren shows up, bodies all the guards, mad people are died. Those two little candidates, the Asian boy and the little antisocial girl, they're done with. They didn't even give her like anything. It was just like, damn.
Wait, who got crushed by the rock?
She got the girl.
and then the girl got crushed by the rock, and then he got trampled.
Just
they barely didn't even want to show a kid getting trampled by a bunch of people. You only get to see it for like 0.5 seconds, but it was nasty.
I was like, damn. So Gabby is on.
These guys were going to be at the end of it. Gabby on one. She's the one that I like the most, right? But I feel like, again, y'all got to bear with me. I have not read the manga. I anticipate Gabby having a huge role.
Gabby's there.
Whatever it may be. I'm about to say, I could be wrong, but they always shoot to her anger a lot like in these past 2 episodes.
It mirrors Eren, right?
It mirrors Eren and her vengeance, the revenge that she wants. They always show it, and that just tells me that she obviously has a major plot coming.
Oh yeah, Gabby's there, but Udo and Zovia, nice knowing you. Nice. Why am I making fun of like dead fictional kids? But you know why? Because you know why?
It's okay.
Because
we're here.
It's what the meme said. It's what the Eren Yeager meme said. Man, fuck them kids.
Fuck them kids. He didn't care what happened. Man was looking down like,
because they didn't care about him.
This feels great.
They didn't care about his family.
This feels great.
We Eldians, we Eldians, you Eldians, but obviously you think we're the evil Eldians. Like,
let's discuss that for a minute. Like the ideology of just, I mean, it's not really racism, but it's just like a form of wanting to commit genocide to another people.
Yeah.
And I just think it's like the way that they go about it, you don't really think about it in the aspect. But yeah, there is a class of people that just, it's war it's not about religion. It's about Titans, which
Yeah,
is
it's
way more
it's
wild.
it's like geopolitical, kind of like also like a little bit of religion, also a little bit.
Yeah,
It gets
yeah.
listen. They get busy in this final season.
Power, you know.
Yeah, once they expand it to the world outside of the actual island itself, they get busy
Mm,
with the with the language arts, if you know what I'm saying.
I could imagine.
But
Imagine.
uh the military is there. I mean, Eren is just like, first of all, we get the debut of the Warhammer Titan, who apparently is just like a
Mhm.
nobody, uh just like Willie Tiber's cousin, who just like
Yeah, just some chick, you know. Like, how did she come up with it? They couldn't get it to nobody else.
like, nah, I don't want
Also, it looks cool, but I was disappointed in the end game of it.
to. It's a it was
Wasn't a
I think it's one of the
the
last.
extinction cord,
Yeah,
umbilical cord, and
it's one of the last Titans introduced in this entire series.
they went ham on that one.
Yeah, well, yeah, they able to form all types of shit. She had a sword, a hammer. She was cutting
Oh,
arms.
the ability is sick. I just didn't like the way it's
Oh
manifested.
yeah, for sure. So obviously they have the fight. Um, uh, the Galliard and Pieck are eventually freed after being trapped. They're thrown on in a tunnel. I was like, wow, how old
Yeah.
school is that?
Hey man, it's real Team Rocket hours. It always works, you know. You gotta.
Except, unlike in the cartoon, I think they break their arms and legs as they.
They do. No, it's so funny you say that. I'm literally on that scene right now because I have that episode on, and yeah, her arm is like just limp and his leg is turned the other
I was
way,
like,
and they're like, "Well, if we transform,
you just gonna kill
one
each
of us ain't
other.
gonna make it."
Yeah, so
Yeah, yeah.
might as well wait for someone to show up. Luckily, she managed to. She whispered in, a couple of young boys' ear, like, "Yo, I don't trust this bearded guy. I seen.
That was awesome too.
I,
That's what makes this show
I
great.
agree. It didn't leave me like, how the hell did that happen? But it kind of
Yeah,
like,
it makes a lot of
it made
sense.
sense. It made sense. She's like,
Yeah, yeah.
I seen this bearded guy before, but I just know I didn't trust him. Well, she obviously saw him when she showed up on Parody, and
Right, right.
she had to carry off a couple people. But they get engaged into action. So Eren is like, yo, I'm trying to. Well, he managed to subdue the Warhammer Titan once he finds the umbilical cord. Yeah, it's
Right,
current for that
in
thing.
the ground. Really strange.
But it's just, first of all, I agree with you on that sort of ending. It's like, it's not as cool, I guess. But I guess it's different. It's different, you know. It's not the nape, but she seals herself in the little crystal.
It's just strange. I get it. I'm not considering how strong the crystal is. I guess it, you know, it works because the crystal is damn near unbreakable. So we thought. But yeah.
So it seals it together in the crystal. Eren's trying to eat it. He's like breaking his teeth trying to eat this shit.
Yeah, dude, that way it was just gums there after the first try.
Let's talk about one of the best reveals that I was looking forward to. As seen the manga, reading the manga, one of the best reveals I was looking forward to was when the Parody Island, the Island Devils show up. And they're just like whizzing through.
Yeah.
And you got all the camera angles of them like flying through the city. It's like first person view. It's like, and they're showing
you
up.
Already know.
They don't got swords no more. We above that. First of all, we got sexy suits. We don't need swords no more. The only person who has a sword now is Levi don't leave home without it. He's like, yo, I keep that thing on me.
Oh yeah, Levi keep it. Yeah, he got a flute. I'm surprised Levi don't keep a gun here and there, but I feel like it's his pride. You know, that's my guy.
Yeah.
First of all, most handsome. Period. The most handsome. Period.
He aged very well.
He aged very well.
Time skip,
he looks
time
great.
Skip didn't fuck him up or anything like that.
He been big chilling. He
didn't get a new haircut. He didn't like grow like some bangs. He's just like, nah, same old, same old. I keep the swords. I keep the cape.
He's the most dangerous non-Titan in this world that we have.
Easily.
Yeah, he's different.
Easily. They show up and I love it because they got Thunder Spears on deck and they're just like, let's blow up everything. And they are, no one is safe. I mean, they're blowing up military. They blowing up. They planted, bombs on their trucks. throwing bombs in buildings, doing all types of thunder spears on deck. They're doing I mean, they're still getting, picked off too. Don't get me wrong. They ain't coming in all swinging
Yeah,
OP.
yeah. I mean, yeah, they're gonna have some casualties.
But, now they got the omnidirection gear. It's not going from their hips anymore. They got them from their arms. I was like, look at that.
Mhm.
Look at technology.
Yeah, it's smart. Should have been that way.
Yeah, little sexy suits and stuff like that. It probably weigh a ton, to be honest with you. But
Yeah, for real.
but it's got to be better than all that shit they had to hold around their waist. But nonetheless, I mean, once a couple people are dead, Gabby, she's like, "Yo,
Yeah, she's
bodies
furious.
gotta go. Somebody gotta die. I ain't leaving until somebody dies." And she got a gun on deck. Anyway, Attack Titan about to eat this Crystal Titan. I don't know what he think he about to do. He's just looking at it. He's like, I don't know if I gotta swallow it all at once. I don't know if I gotta.
That's what I thought he was actually going to do. Like he was just gonna swallow the whole thing, but I don't know how that would have.
Either way, Jaw Titan comes from the background, from the third person, shows up, clamps down on my man's neck, and then Levi shows up and completely dislocates his jaw, which I thought was fucking incredible.
Sick. Jaw just kind of like slides a little bit out of place, so you kind of know what happens. It's super dope.
It's the slide, and the episode ends with the soldiers like circling him. They're like zooming past him. He's like, "Wait, I'm a Titan." Like, how y'all just be fighting Titans like that? Like, I'm a Titan. Y'all supposed to be afraid. Like, you're supposed to be running. He's like, "Yo, clearly you haven't been here for the 10 years. You thought that when you were sending all those Titans to our island that we just weren't gonna fight back? We different. We different. Let's get to this latest episode because that's what we really came to talk about. Because
it's crazy.
Episode 7 is a movie.
Yeah, I mean, and it's not like your regular 20-minute. Like that 20 minutes feels like 40.
Yeah,
because so much is happening, which is also brilliant. It's such a good episode.
Well, all right. Before we get about how, you know what, we'll talk about it afterwards. So it's a movie because the Beast Titan is up, the Cart Titan is there, the Jaw Titan is there, the Warhammer Titan is still trying to figure out what it's doing with their lives, and it's the Titans versus Parody, like the Parody soldiers, and who Lord, like we don't even have to I'm not even going to go through this in actual order. Let's talk about our favorite moments of this episode.
Yeah.
What are your favorite moments? What's your what's just name one, because there are many.
My favorite moment was Levi once again taking down the Beast Titan like it's nothing. And they were guarding him like the whole episode. He's got, I think, 2 Titans behind him. One is the Jaw, that other
the Cart Titan,
weird one, which whatever, whole other story. But they actually killed off a few Paradise guys trying to protect him. So I'm thinking, oh well, I don't know how Levi's gonna get over there, but he'll find a way. And they're like turn their heads for 1 second, and Beast Titan's on his fucking belly again.
He knew where the smoke was. He was like, "Yo, I'm just hang out." He was looking at his watch. He was like, "Yo, just a matter of time."
He's like in some debris. He's just chilling in debris for like 30 minutes.
I think he smiled for like half of a second. Like, he smiles, and then once the opening was there, oh my god, man! First of all, cut his neck, threw a bomb in his neck, all types of shit. Just completely rocked their world.
Just fucked him.
My favorite.
He was still mad he didn't get him the first time. Like, kill him the first time. So
absolutely. My favorite scene has to be the arrival of Armin. Armin wasn't seen yet. Armin got a haircut, by the way. Just in case.
Armin's handsome as well. They all kind of got that Levi cut right now. Except for
one of them looks very homeboy with the little half bang, the little swoop. Man looks very rom-com-esque.
Yeah, he's ready to go.
He was like, "Yo, I got a date after this."
Yeah, real handsome type.
Armin shows up on the boat. They're like, yo, because they brought in all the fleets. It was like, yo, we getting this Titan. He not leaving this island. He on our turf. They soon to realize that don't matter at all because they see this boat pulling up and it was like, yo, boats aren't allowed to dock here right now. Yo, like you can't park here now. Like is obviously you don't have a permit or anything. So Armin picks up his hood. He don't even look like he don't look engaged. He's like, my man is just like, I guess I'm doing this.
Bro, like you could tell he was like, fuck man, I'm about to kill like a lot of people, but
I don't like doing this often, but when I do,
here we go.
Man just transforms. Just the fact that he just transforms and creates that much destruction is like,
it was
wow.
built for him, man. That Titan was built for him, though.
It's just colossal. Just colossal destruction,
Yeah,
man.
It's
just
massive heat, and it looks like an atomic bomb. I mean, straight up, like it looks crazy.
The fleet is gone. Peak is, Galliard is like, yo, I can't believe this.
God, the dude, imagine being the ones on the boat with him who got hit first, because they're all looking at him as soon as he took his hood down, and I mean, you get first impact of that, you are cooked.
He was like, damn.
The ships are literally floating in the blast. Like
it's incredible. They watch it from afar. They was like, damn, I guess they did have a plan.
They did. It showed.
Oh my god, I'm zooming through this. I'm just zooming of the part where like Levi shows up and he just sticks his sword in the B-side and he's like, yo, that's a wrap. He's cooked. Well done.
Your neck is trash.
My girl Sasha with the very sharpshooter manages to hit someone within the Cart Titans thing.
Dead in his fucking head too.
Listen,
she's a beast.
That's accuracy.
She's a beast. She's one of my
favorites. Then they show up under it, slide with the little, thunder spears. Listen, these thunder spears, man. Y'all gonna wish y'all had a couple thunder spears because the way they thunder spearing these people is insane. They cook the Cart Titan and everyone inside of it. They like OD actually. I'm watching it now and they like
they shot like 12 of them. Like it was super unnecessary, like, to be honest with you. Like a lot of wasted ammo, but fuck it.
The fact the Cart Titan itself, she's like, it's hot. And she like runs off the side of the building.
Yeah, like, it just falls
because her back is on fire. Anyway, they try to. Another favorite part. What can I say is my other favorite part of this? Oh my god! First of all, black blimp guy. I don't know his name yet, but there's a black
blimp guy. Yeah, man. Shouts the driver, man. I saw that too.
Shout out to Black History.
Hey, man, gave him that.
Listen, he on the right side of history for right now. My man shows up. Anyway, coolest part. I mean, there's so many cool parts of this episode. It's legitimately like a movie. It is. I would implore everyone to watch it. First of all, shout out to Reiner trying to get her nap in. Try to be very inconspicuous. It's like, yo, I'm playing dead. Yo, chill, I'm dead.
I feel like they were like, he has a pulse, but maybe he's just unconscious. Like, no, that nigga sleep, bro. He's awake. He just don't want to right now. Like,
he's like, nah, I'm dead. Nah, can y'all stop calling me? And they're like calling him from afar. They're like, Reiner! He's about to kill the Jedi. And he's like, yo, can I just die in peace? Let that man die. I'm trying to die too. Why he gotta be the only one to die? Anyway, final part gotta be the coolest part because at the end, Eren, in all of his savagery, I mean, the man is a true savage because they cut off the Jaw Titan's arms and leg. Well, they cut off his legs anyway. And
he rips off their arms.
He rips off his arms. And he says, all right, you ain't got nothing to defend with now. I don't want to hear none of that talk. You cracking open this thing. And
Bruh, use the jaw titan to open up the egg or whatever the actual term is.
mm-hmm,
Just what a crazy climax to this episode, and then just drinks the blood
just
pouring from dog. I don't know, man.
you can't. I don't
I don't
know.
know, bro.
Ain't nothing topping this, to be honest.
Yeah, it's super hard. Like I don't know, man. Seeing the crystal kind of crack and like
She's stone faced. She's like, yo,
this is it.
I wasn't even supposed to be here. This is the first time they let me transform into a Titan in years, and I, guess we getting eaten.
It's crazy. It's so crazy, man.
So, Gaillard is yelling, "Please stop!" The thing breaks. The blood pours out. He's drinking it. He's like, delicious, nutritious. And Eren's like, I don't know. You just gotta. I feel like he feels.
Head into the ground for a few seconds just to prove my point.
How do you think Eren feels right now?
After drinking the blood?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Job not done.
Nothing really. Yeah, nothing really relieved. I don't think like he's still as angry as he was. I think there's still more work to do, and there's still more people to kill in his eyes.
He was like, "Listen, yeah, we reached the Western Conference Finals, but guess what? Job not done.
Job not done. There's more to do.
Job not done. They're yelling out for Reiner. All the Titans have been smoked. It's ridiculous."
They really lost on home turf, like true, and they deserve to get that talk. Like there was no way they shouldn't have been prepared for something like this.
Reiner eventually decides, all right, whatever. If they're gonna keep calling me, he must have told him I was alive. So
he opened his eyes slowly, like he was sleeping.
He was just like it wasn't even like a courageous moment or like a Super Saiyan moment. He was just like, "Yo, all
right, let's do this.
Let's get this over with.
I have to.
Maybe he'll kill me now." He's like, "Damn, I don't want Gaillard to die," but he was kind of an asshole.
Yeah,
like he was like, "Yo, you ain't your brother. You ain't my brother."
Eren, he still had time to eat him. He just stopped.
I don't like how the armor Titan at the end of this looked like handsome Squidward.
Okay, so that's really funny you say that. I just passed that as well. Like the episode just ended on my side.
Mm-hmm.
Why did they do that?
I don't know. They changed the face.
Are they just showing? Yeah, his armor is different too. Like fresh off at least. I'm sure that's just time.
Maybe it comes with time or something like that. I have no idea.
He got a haircut as well.
But I mean, there has been a lot of criticism regarding Mappa, who's taking this over and taking over the production side of this, because people are like, "Yo, it looks kind of crummy from an animation standpoint. It looks not as good." I mean, people last week, once they saw last week's episode, instead of praising the episode, they went to the people who designed it and stuff like that. They found their Twitters and legitimately started harassing them online.
I don't know why. I don't know. I thought it was good.
I think it's great. And beyond me, it's first of all, this is better animation quality than you get in some movies. We don't get.
I'm about to say, what's wrong with it? I thought it was brilliant.
We don't get CGI in Dragon Ball until it's the movie. We don't get CGI in Pokemon until it's the movie.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they're looking at. I mean, as far as seeing a little bit of CGI in anime, people just they might as well just.
It's going to happen, yeah,
because it's going to continue to happen over and over now. It is what it is. And we saw it in the Dragon Ball Super movie with Broly, and then we saw it in Demon Slayer throughout season 1. It's not going to stop. So Jujutsu does it.
Absolutely, they do. Oh, we got the preview for next episode. It looks like they're mad at Eren.
Yeah, it killed 50,000 people.
It was like, yo, who let you out? I'm assuming that the arrival of the blimp means, yo, we're getting out of here. We're wrapping this up. party done.
Yeah,
For
sure. I'm assuming
but man, what great!
that black getaway guy. You're gonna make it home.
You're gonna make it home. If anyone's making it home, you're
You know,
making it home.
most definitely.
Just what a great episode! What a great season thus far.
It's really good. The episode is called Assault, by the way, which I'll always be able to go back to episode 66, final season of Attack on Titan, and watch Assault and be like, damn, this was really some serious shit. They really pulled out all the stops. And to see this many Titans, and not just see this many Titans, we didn't see any regular ones.
Right.
So makes it so cool.
Right.
You know, just real deal Titans going at it. Eren obviously showcasing what he's been doing for the past 4 or 5 years. We get to see Levi. It's great all around, man. I just think they did such a good job. This is obviously my favorite episode so far. In this final season of Attack on Titan, and I can't wait for more.
It is. I think, next episode we're definitely wrapping up all the kind of like action in the city. So now everything afterwards is like, okay, with actions, there come consequences.
Yeah. Get ready for the dialogue.
Yeah, sure. Get ready for dialogue, but get a lot of, not only that, character development. I don't know if that's everyone's favorite words in this series, but it's going to happen a lot after this. But yeah, man, we might have to have Titan time every time we do this, to be really honest with you, because the show is just like on another level.
I don't want to get attached to too many new characters because they may be gone within the next 20 minutes.
Shit, man, don't even get attached to the old characters. If you want to ask me, but
for real. I'm assuming somebody gonna go too, so we'll see.
But with that said, we have so much stuff coming up, of course. You know what? We'll talk about that later. I was gonna say, how do you feel about the theme of the show? The actual like music.
The theme, the music, the intro is hard. We kind of spoke about it before the show started. The intro is very hard. I think the outro is creepy as fuck though. It's just a weird sound, which works for this show. So I wasn't expecting like the jujitsu treatment or anything loud and crazy for this. So the intro slaps though. The intro slaps.
Absolutely. All right. So thank you guys for listening thus far. If you have listened thus far, I'm assuming you've listened thus far because Jesus Christ, we're just excited about this as you guys are. But with that said, we're back for a certain amount of time. We're going to be talking a bunch of stuff. Jeff.
Yo.
What would you like to talk about next week? Would you like to talk about Dr. Stone, The Promised Neverland, Jujutsu Kaisen? What would you like to take it next week? You're going to be the birthday boy next week, so where would you like to take it?
That's crazy. It's crazy to think about. I would love to talk about Dr. Stone, to be honest with you, because it doesn't have it. But we can double up and talk about Dr. Stone and Promised Neverland. I think Jujutsu has a little bit more going on. I'm not sure if we could fit 3, but I would love to talk about Dr. Stone. I think that'd be awesome.
Let's talk about it. We might have to do a whole episode on just Dr. Stone because we've never talked about it on the podcast, and we kind of just got to.
I think it's nice, man. I got to give it some props.
Yeah, we got to lay that foundation. So next week, by courtesy of the birthday boy Jeff,
get excited.
We'll be talking about Dr. Stone. But until then, yeah, man, just keep subscribing. Subscribe to our YouTube page. Subscribe to our Twitter. Subscribe to kind of everywhere that you could find podcasts. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play. Damn, I haven't done this in a long time.
I know.
iHeartRadio, Amazon Podcasts, kind of everywhere you can find it. Feels good to be back. Feels good to be in Titan. Be back on Titan time.
The Meelz Titan. That's the funniest shit I heard all day.
From the Meelz Titan and Jeffrey Ackerman.
Yeah. You feel me?
This has been The Lookout, and we'll see you guys next week. Take care.
Yeah.